When grocery store shelves go empty, will you have silver to trade? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So, just to begin this evening, I do want to present to you one of my all-time favorites, and this, of course, is alternative silver. This is not your typical 1 ounce silver, but right here, excuse me, let me pick this boy up because he wants to be in the spotlight as usual. But we have Silver Sun Knows right here joining us. He's barely popping up in the screen, but he's here. But yes, Silver Sun, if you're going to be on screen, you cannot speak. But real quick, going back to this, in 1971, the U.S. Mint brought back a dollar-denominated coin for the first time since the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. Its theme on the verse was to celebrate the life of General Dwight D. Eisenhower, nicknamed Ike. He was a 5-star general in the U.S. Army, a U.S. politician, of course, and the 34th President of the United States, and also served as Supreme Commander of the Allied forces in Europe during World War II. And then in 1951, he became the first Supreme Commander of NATO. So just spectacular pieces. I'm always selling these. And of course, I always want to be collecting these as well. On the verse, the Apollo 11 moon landing is commemorated due to the significance of the year 1969, the same year of Eisenhower's death. He lived to be a very old man, if you do some more research on him. But these dollars were issued between 1971 and 1978 and struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints in 1971. The Eisenhower dollar was released as a special silver collectible and never released into circulation. The special silver version was struck at the San Francisco Mint in uncirculated and proof conditions. But truly, truly love these pieces. They have a massive place in my heart. And we still have Silver Sun here being adorable, being beautiful. You know, children are just amazing. But real quick, boy, here we go. We're jumping into the title here. Across the United States, we're facing unprecedented... Son, if you're going to interrupt, you can't be here. Are you going to stay quiet? Okay, stay quiet. Across the United States, we're facing unprecedented disruptions that directly impact our everyday lives, particularly when it comes to essentials like food. From port strikes to Hurricane Helene and a war brewing in the Middle East, crisis after crisis is piling up. The recent port strikes alone is causing massive ripples throughout the supply chain, especially for discount stores like Dollar Tree and grocery outlet. These stores rely heavily on expired or soon-to-expire goods, but larger grocery chains are now snapping them up first due to the shortage, leaving discount grocers scrambling or on the verge of collapse. Very wild what's happening, very shocking, very sad, because when you think of the land of opportunity, when you think of the American dream, there's a lot of things that are going away, and we have to preserve them. And, you know, I have my baby boy here. This is an example of something that we want to be preserving. One of the most pressing concerns is the speed at which this disruption will snowball. And this boy is out of control. For every day that the port strike continues, it will take 6 to 7 days just to clear the backlog, meaning a 1-week strike, and I was explaining this to my mother earlier, a 1-week strike will set us back months, just 1 week. Meanwhile, regions that were hit hard by Hurricane Helene are still struggling to rebuild. Grocery stores in this area are facing months of closures due to water damage, while others are experiencing major difficulties getting food shipments to restock their shelves. The combination of events, disaster, and strikes creates a bottleneck in food supplies that's affecting the entire country in the worst ways. What makes the situation even more alarming is that when communities finally begin to restock their pantries after a disaster, they find that even the grocery stores don't have the supplies they need. Food is scarce, prices are rising, and basic necessities like fruits, vegetables, and meats are getting harder to come by. I mean, we're seeing it in real time, particularly on the East Coast. The scarcity is pushing truckers and suppliers into a frantic race to secure whatever products they can, which drives up costs even more so. And here's the kicker. This kind of volatility is not going to go away anytime soon. I mean, not even close. As these problems escalate, it's a stark reminder of why silver, and you know, I'm serious on this game, silver is a crucial asset to be getting your hands on right now. Unlike food or currency, silver doesn't lose its value during crisis. It holds steady and often appreciates, which we're seeing right now. When food and everyday goods become scarce, commodities like silver will hold their value and become essential for trade in future disruptions. This is why I'm urging you to seriously consider stacking silver now before the storm truly hits, because the storm, we're already in it, folks. But I got Silver Sun here in studio, and you say it with me. Folks, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless your household, and as always, God bless America.